demands. And so what did Donald Trump do? He made Pete Hegseth hold another one of these 5 a.m. Pacific press conferences this morning, 8 p.m. Eastern. And what Pete Hegseth did, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. The Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, came out and said, here's what you need to be producing, demanding that the media produce glowing Soviet-style propaganda about what Donald Trump has been doing.
Because you, and I mean specifically you, the press, specifically you, the press corps, because you cheer against Trump so hard, it's like in your DNA and in your blood to cheer against Trump, because you want him not to be successful so bad, you have to cheer against the efficacy of these strikes. You have to hope maybe they weren't effective. Maybe the way the Trump administration has represented them isn't true. So let's take half-truths, spun information, leaked information, and then spin it in every way we can to try to cause doubt and manipulate the public mind over whether or not our brave pilots were successful. How many stories have been written about how hard it is to, I don't know, fly a plane for 36 hours?
That's what the reporting should be. This is really hard, guys.
Has MSNBC done that story? Has Fox? Have we done the story how hard that is? Have we done it 2 or 3 times so that American people understand? How about how difficult it is to shoot a drone from an F-15 or 16 or F-22 or F-35? Or what it's like to man a Patriot battery? Or how hard it is to refuel midair? Giving the American people an understanding of how complex and sophisticated this mission really was.
Imagine if the media actually took Pete Hegseth's advice and you open up a YouTube channel or a publication and it goes, article about how difficult it is to fly for 36 hours. Article about how this has never been done before and so successfully. Article about how great all of Donald Trump's intentions are. That's what they want. It's pathetic. And there's nothing more beta than saying, this is what I need you to write about.
There are so many aspects of what our brave men and women did that because of the hatred of this press corps are undermined because your people are trying to leak and spin that it wasn't successful. It's irresponsible. And
he's just scolding reporters.
Folks in this room are privy to that information because of the proximity here in the Pentagon. It's an important responsibility. And time again, classified information is leaked or peddled for political purposes to try to make the president look bad. And what's really happening is you're undermining the success of incredible B-2 pilots and incredible F-35 pilots.
It goes on like this for a little while, okay? Unbelievable. This is the demand for compliance. This is what authoritarian regimes and dictators do. A couple other notable moments from this totally deranged press conference. Jennifer Griffin, who, by the way, is no left-wing bomb thrower, says, are you sure that the uranium wasn't moved before the attacks? Because it's really seeming like the uranium was moved before the attacks. And Pete Hegseth goes, oh, you've been one of the worst, Jennifer. One of the worst.
I've seen that suggests...
his former colleague at Fox, by the way.
That we didn't hit exactly what we wanted to hit in those locations.
That's not the question, though. It's about highly enriched uranium. Do you have certainty that all the highly enriched uranium was inside the Fordo Mountain, or some of it, because there were satellite photos that showed more than a dozen trucks there 2 days in advance? Are you certain none of that highly enriched uranium was moved?
Of course, we're watching every single aspect, but Jennifer, you've been about the worst, the one who misrepresents the most intentionally what the president says.
You're terrible, Jennifer.
I'm familiar.
Report about the ventilation shafts on Saturday night. And in fact, I was the first to describe the B-2 bombers, the refueling, the entire mission.
Notice how she's actually going, I did a bunch of the suck-up journalism. I said how awesome these B-2 bombers are.
With great accuracy. So I take issue with that.
I appreciate you acknowledging that this
issues.
was the most successful mission based on operational security that this department has done since you've been here, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, he appreciates that. And then just one more of these demanding more glowing reports.
Let me read the bottom line here. President Trump directed the most complex and secretive military operation in history.
Right.
And it was a resounding success, resulting in a ceasefire agreement and the end of the 12-day war.
Move over D-Day. What Trump did was the most complex and secretive military operation in American history. And what a pleasure it was to Pete Hegseth to be able to attach his name to it. They always go too far. The hyperbole knows no bounds. Embarrassing, humiliating, but dangerous, because when they demand compliance in this way, when you don't comply, it can get very ugly for the press. We've got a great bonus show for you today. We will talk about the signature policy bill of Republicans facing major problems in the Senate. We will talk about Republicans now asking Trump to revoke the citizenship of Zohran Mamdani, who won the New York Democratic primary, mayoral primary. And we will also talk about this new weird daddy thing that the White House is obsessed with regarding Trump. It's getting creepy. It's getting very creepy. Sign up at joinpacman.com. Get instant access to the bonus show.